Welcome back, guys, to another video. Right now I'm currently in North Bay shooting a film called Love Rescued. It's a dog movie, rather medium budget film we're doing. Anyway, I have 2 days left and I'm gonna head back to the boat where we're gonna do some sailing. So I'm very excited to be back. I've been up here for 3 weeks now and things are warmed up, the water's warmed up, everything's good. So that's our director right there, just walked by. Anyway, basically the bottom of the boat is absolutely covered in zebra mussels and all sorts of growth. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do when I get back is I bought a bunch of scuba gear. We're gonna take the boat out and anchor out on the near the power station, anchor in clear water there, and we're gonna put on the dive gear and scrape the bottom down. So let's get at it, let's do it. All right guys, so welcome back. Really just something really crazy just happened right over here. Person was unfortunately died. A couple of the boat owners that live just down the dock here, Penny and George, they're air traffic controllers, highly trained people. We're coming down the channel here, and a gentleman that was there with his wife and family who didn't know how to swim decided to jump in the water for some reason, and they know that he was intending to go in the water because he was down to his boxers. Unfortunately, he panicked once he got in the water, and you know, George and Penny saw him and dragged him out of the water, but by then it was too late. Wow, just shows you, someone died just moments ago, right here in the channel. It's just crazy. Anyway, we're gonna continue on, life continues on, and we're gonna go inspect the bottom of this boat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out, myself and Lana. Lana, you down there somewhere? Oh, she's in the head. All right, so we're gonna take a look at, just to do a quick bottom inspection. We're gonna go anchor in the bay, so let's do it. All right, so we're heading out on the through the channel out to the bay, and we're gonna anchor. And man, there's a lot of people out today. People everywhere in kayaks. And we're about to go through a channel where someone just died. And you know, I'm about to go swimming too, so it's crazy. Anyway, we're gonna go through the channel right now, head out and anchor. Let's do it. All right, anchor's down. Just gonna set the hook here by putting it in reverse. Gonna jump this way so the tank doesn't hit the back of the boat, right?
1, 2, 3.
Having the ability to access the underwater portion of the hull, in my opinion, is a must-have for the long-distance cruiser. Being able to access the prop, rudder, keel at a moment's notice is a good thing. Being able to dive your anchor, knowing that it's set, is a good peace of mind. Last season, I ran aground doing 5 knots, and until now I haven't been able to inspect the hull and see if there's been any real damage. Here's a link to that video, you can check out that story, it's pretty interesting. So as I made my way down, I noticed quite a bit of growth that's built up over the 1.5 years that the boat's been in the water now. But it easily wiped off with a rag. If I could spend every day scuba diving for the rest of my life, I would be happy. breathing underwater is the absolute coolest experience anyone could ever do. The summer season here in Canada is relatively short. It's part of the reason why I want to head south in the first place. After living through 43 Canadian winters, I don't think I can bear another one. Most of my time is spent working on set. So it was nice to just relax on Evie and enjoy the marina environment. And when the weather was just right, I headed out on the lake. I've spent so much time planning my trip south to the Caribbean. And it was a real treat to be at the helm on a warm summer's evening, thinking about what it would be like to sail 3,000 nautical miles. You would think that sailing from Toronto all the way to Grenada down in the Caribbean would be a pretty straightforward thing. I'll tell you, it's not. It's been the foremost thing on my mind. I mean, there's so many variables. There's having the right amount of funds, having, for food, diesel, and emergencies, permits, vaccinations, having the right sailing equipment, and most of all, just having the balls to untie the lines and actually attempt something of this magnitude. And no worries, guys. I'll be bringing you all along with me via video. And I'll be talking about this a little more in future videos as the departure date approaches. So stay tuned, my friends.
Alright, so I'm off the Leslie Street spit here, approaching Toronto. I think I'm going to go into the inner harbor a little bit and maybe go past and see if I can find somewhere else to anchor other than the LR Hearn, because I've been there before. I want to try something new. I'm gonna go for a spin around in the inner harbor and check it out. It's a really good wind out here. If you're sailing this way, I'm doing right over on my side, doing like 8 knots. But I'm averaging about 6 heading for the point here. Just gotta be careful. There's a lot of shallow spots right here. Alright, so I'm in Outer Harbor area, right next to the LR Hearn power station, which is this huge tower right here. And there's a big party happening tonight. So I've anchored near here and I'm gonna go ashore and check it out. So join me in my quest to meet some cool Toronto people. Let's do this. Alright, so it's been an interesting time here at the LR Hearn power station in the Outer Harbor, Toronto, and it's time to leave. So I've been noticing this boat's really dirty. I'm going to take it back to port and do a really heavy cleaning of it. It's just covered in gook, and then we'll go back out. But right now I'm in the catamaran field, and that's where the party was last night, the last couple days right there. Kind of cool. So we're going to head around Leslie Street Spit, and we're gonna do a night sail. It's gonna be cool. Let's do it. the weirdest thing. I had to come off the lake because my chart plotter kept powering down, and I was out there at night. So, and having the chart plotter is absolutely crucial at nighttime because you can't see anything. So I had to make a run for Ashbridges Bay. I'm tied up at the wall here. You're actually not allowed to tie up here. I don't know if you guys can see, it's really dark out. Anyway, I'm tied up. I don't care. If they would come by and say, hey, you're not supposed to be here, I'll be like, I didn't know, I didn't see the sign, or I'll say I had an emergency, which it pretty much was. The wind was coming from Pickering, so it would have taken me all night to get up, to get home. Would have been, you know, another 4 or 5 hours from here, tacking all the way up. So I decided to come in. I'm going to take a look at the chart plotter situation. It could be either I need to replace my batteries, which I've noticed already, or it could be a bad connection, because every time I was tacked over, it seemed to power down. Anyway, I'm going to get some sleep. We'll check in the morning. All right, so I've managed to make it back in, and I've had a great week and a half of sailing. Unfortunately, today I have to leave and go back to work pretty much for the rest of the summer. So, for all of you that have made it this far in the video, thank you. And I know who you guys are, all my subscribers. Really appreciate you guys watching the video. And I think you guys deserve an update as to what's going to happen here. So basically, my mission south to the Caribbean is going to be an expensive one. And that's why I've decided to really spend as much of my time as I can this summer working, to save up the money in order to be able to head south to warmer waters this winter. So basically that's what I'm doing. There's lots involved there, which I'll be posting a few more videos coming up as much as I can, and it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking, and we'll see you guys in the next one.